Did it send you a notification? Fair enough. I think we need a new YouTube window for chat. That should work. Ah, here we go. Sorry, guys. I haven't been able to see chat for a moment there, but I've got it set up now. Here we go. Sorry, guys. I've get some audio feedback, no doubt, as well. Yeah. It is indeed visible right away. If you just look where my mouse pointer is, it's right there. That's the Supernova. Big Lee, you just finished processing your image of M101. Nice one. Yeah, it's a pretty tough target, I reckon, but my new scope is working nicely on it, I would say. Just packing your stuff away from M51. It's one of my absolute favourite targets, M51. Yeah, Whirlpool, brilliant. Evening and good night as you're up at 5 AM. Good night, mate. Thanks for popping in. Hey up there, Chris. Good to see you, mate. You might recognise something I'm using in this stream, actually, Chris. M101 images always look too purple. Never the blue colour I see so many others with. Any advice? It's really integration, I would say. If you're imaging from quite a light polluted location, then you are going to have to really stack on some hours with M101, otherwise it probably will be fairly devoid of colour. I'm using a really fast telescope here, so we're getting some colour pretty much straight away. Yeah, if you're using something a bit more normal, F ratio, it can take a while. The wig. Yes, mate. I'm still borrowing your wig. Set up on M63. Nice one, mate. I hope you get some fantastic data from this session. What scope and camera? Right. Camera, I'm using the Player One Poseidon C Pro for this, and scope, another new one. The Celestron Raster 11 is what I've got right now. Hey there, Isaac. Good to see you, mate. Out of New England, so it's pretty high in the sky. Image at 2 hours. Oh, 2 hours before. That's crazy. Wow. It's such a small, feature on M101 that it would be pretty easy to miss, I reckon, unless you were actively looking out for anomalous parts of an image. Yeah, but there it is, right there. We're looking at it effectively live. I'm just showing you kind of a live stack of it right now, but if I bring over, if you want to see my Nina window, I can show you it actually getting imaged as we speak. I'll just drag that onto the screen and hopefully you can see. So these are live 2-minute frames just coming in. Obviously this doesn't look anywhere near as good as a live stack. Another one, your missus must be the best. She is. She's actually sat right next to me now. She's using the other telescope, the Quattro 8, and she's imaging. What's your target again, Chloe?
I'm trying to find.
She's just gonna find out the target now.
C7129.
Rainy78 says, so is this supernova new? It is indeed. It's the closest supernova in a decade. So I've been hearing, as it's in one of our, quite close galaxies. Yeah, NGC, what were it, so Chloe?
7129.
NGC 7129 is what Chloe's imaging right now, while I've just decided to hit this thing for a while. Greetings from Indonesia. May you show exactly where the nova is. Thanks so much. Yeah, no problem at all. So it's right there. I'll just fill the view instead with this live stack. And as you can hopefully see, what looks to be a really bright star there wasn't there just a few days ago. That's the supernova. I think I've got some old images I could probably find. Let's just search through over here. And I'll bring you up like an old image of M101 that I took. Let's take a quick peek. Good job I keep all my old shots. Yeah, so this is obviously flipped because we're using a telescope with a mirror rather than a refractor that I imaged this with. But you can see that same nebulous region right there, and at the foot of it, no supernova. Yeah, if we just switch back to the actual view, obviously, like I said, flipped, but there it is. It's pretty neat. Always surprises me that even with amateur gear, we can see things like this happening in distant galaxies. The death of a star, unbelievable. Thanks again. Now I know, no problem at all, mate. Evening there, Pete. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Comparison software to identify against historic images. For asteroids and things, I think there is software you can use, I think it's called an ephemerid library, that can tell you where things should be. But as for new discoveries like this, no, I think you tend to have to plate solve against old images and look for differences effectively. Or sometimes if you blink your images, if you've taken, let's say, a long integration of 20 hours or something like that, you'd notice the feature perhaps appear if you were really lucky. Has it been classified a type 1 or 2 supernova? I don't know that just yet, actually. I'll go ahead and take a little look. M101 Supernova. Yeah, Earth Sky's got a neat little read up on it. I'll just put that on the screen for us a sec. As you can see, the point out right there, just like we've got on the screen, a new close supernova in the Pinwheel Galaxy. Koichi Itagaki discovered it May the 19th. It should continue to brighten for a few days, and it should remain visible to amateur astronomers with backguard telescopes for a few months, so it should be a fairly long-lasting event. As to designation, though, I don't see any information about that just yet. Maybe it's perhaps a little bit too new. Yeah, I'll keep browsing that on the other screen a second and try and find that answer for you. No, just kind of scanning to the bottom of that article. It looks like it's not yet been classified, unfortunately. Blimey, thank you, Chris. That's really kind of you, mate. What do you like? I can't say thanks enough, mate. Cheers. Brent, Astro Image J. Perhaps that's a piece of software you can use, yeah, for comparisons. I've never actually tried it myself. Recurring supernova and supernova that represent the destruction of a star. Recurring supernova. I didn't know anything about those, to be honest. I knew that as it reaches the end of its life, a star becomes a bit unstable and can grow and shrink in mass, well, in size, apparent to us quite a lot, like Betelgeuse is currently doing right now. But I thought once it went supernova, that's kind of that. It's gone. Pete says, glad you managed to capture the supernova. The weather's been terrible here, so I haven't managed energy. Oh, I'm sorry about that, mate. That's rough. 2023 IXF Type 2. I'm not sure. For DSLR imaging using an 8-inch PDS, a Celestron AVX. Any advice? Well, what are you in particular having trouble with that rig? That would be a good starting point for us to try and give you some help. As to what dedicated camera, it really boils down to price range and goals, I would say. So if you get back to me, I'll read and try and help you as best I can. 1 hour a day on M101 the day before the supernova. Definitely going to go for it. Man, that's pretty cool though. You got some data right before the supernova. Once you do get some clear skies and go for it again, maybe you can create a little morph of the image and do a back and forth like a GIF. Tracking with your mount. That's a pretty tough one, Liam. I mean, you could try perhaps to keep your exposures very short and just stack tons and tons and tons of them. Say 60-second exposures should be doable on an AVX, I would say, with that kind of focal length. I think the 8-inch PDS is about 1,000 millimeters, if I'm recalling correctly. So 60 seconds and just stack a ton. You might get somewhere with that, mate. LXtreme is 5 stops away. Oh, I love that feeling, mate, when you're waiting for a delivery. Yeah. Congratulations. Get tracking down to an error of 0.55. Yeah, that's very good. Total RMS. It's probably better than I'm getting right now if I just open up. Oh, currently running an autofocus, but yeah, total 0.48 arc seconds. Yeah, it's just going to run through an autofocus routine now. And we'll get back to imaging properly, but until then, there's the view. Almost perfectly live, if you like, just live stacked. Are you running a PC attached to the mount? I am indeed, Keith, yeah, just a B-Link mini PC directly bolted onto my my Rasa. Just finished processing M101 when this popped up. That's awesome. Did you manage to actually catch the supernova in your image? Pre-discovery images are really important. They are indeed, yeah. You can pinpoint the exact moment, I guess, if the initial discoverer didn't manage to get that. Just come in after image M101. Didn't know you were streaming. Yeah, literally just started, actually, mate. First live stream on this channel. I've got some live streams under my belt on our second channel just for games and things like that, but I thought it's kind of a neat transient event like this. Why not get involved and do a little bit of a stream? Big Lee, serious question. Within 3 hours of when it was discovered, should I submit the picture to Hands Up Someone? Strictly amateur this. I think you could, yeah. It may have some scientific value, but I'm actually, unfortunately, not sure about who you'd submit that data to. But it could be useful if it's time-stamped to determine exactly the moment when it happened, effectively. Seems to drift north on the screen, but not on the scope. Will you crop this to get a closer look? Yes, probably. I'll once I've actually gathered up all my data, I'll likely drizzle this and crop right in and bring you guys an image as part of a future video, perhaps, or something like that. Derek Baker says to the AAVSO, that's handy. Good to know. It's great to catch you live. Hey, it's great to have you, mate. Thanks for joining. Day came from March/April. Yeah, that could be interesting to maybe shoot it again if you get the chance. Then you'd have a little chance to do some comparisons between your own data sets. G'day, mate. Wombat. Been smashing the Tarantula Nebula. Oh, man. I'd love to hit that target. 121 gain and 300 offset with the Artemis. Yeah, if that's working for you, mate, that's perfect. I think, have you been using 120 gain and 200 offset, Chloe?
Yeah.
Yes, she has. 120 gain, 200 offset. Could you talk a little bit about the B-Link and how you're connecting to it? Just a remote desktop. So SharpCap is just running basically on my main PC right now that I'm doing the streaming from. Thanks for joining, by the way, Lee. That's really kind of you, mate. So SharpCap's running on this just using a folder monitor camera. So I'm keeping an eye on a basically capture folder on my remote PC, which is in the observatory right now. That's the B-Link. And that's how we're doing the live stack on stream. If you can see here, this is the actual capture PC. That's just a focusing frame that we're seeing right there. So it's looking at the capture folder, stacking them up for us to kind of watch live like this. And I'm connecting to it just through Windows Virtual Remote Desktop, which I've found to be pretty rock solid if you can get a good connection to your main PC. Discovered 160 supernova. Wow, Stu, that is awesome, mate. 160. New to your channel, what telescope are you using? Rahul asks. I'm currently right now using a Celestron RASA 11 V2 for this. Sorry if I've missed you there, by the way, Liam. Thanks for popping in, mate. Carl, good to see you, mate. Can't believe you're making a Luca Matico live stream. Well, here you are, and I'm glad to have you. Big Lee, video on Pixel Insight with the Pleiades helped me learn the program. Oh, mate, that's so nice to hear. Couldn't have managed M101 without your help. Cheers, mate. Honestly, I really do appreciate it. All the support from people joining channel and Patreon and things like that. It's just, honestly, it makes this whole thing possible for me. So thank you. Excellent. So you're using Nina on the B-Link. I am indeed, Keith. Yeah. I'll just quickly show you that right now. See, it's halfway through an exposure right now. I'm just taking 2-minute subs for this because any longer completely blows out on the raster, unfortunately. But yeah, these 2-minute subs, when one hopefully comes in just a moment, I'll show you that. But it runs Nina absolutely fine. Live stacking can take a little bit of a while with a high megapixel camera like this. That's why I've opted to just run it from a folder monitor camera instead. No deep sky for you tonight, D-Fresh. Yes, some Milky Way landscape. That sounds fantastic, mate. What mount are you using for your 11-inch RASA? I have got an EQ8 Pro that I'm running this one on. And then on the second pier in my observatory, we've got an old NEQ6 Pro that's belt modded and has just been a faultless mount for a long time, and that's got a 8-inch Quattro sat on it right now. Rahul, planning to invest in a Celestron 8 SE or an Evolution 8? Is it overkill? It all depends on what kind of photography you want to do, or if you want to actually want to do photography, should I say. If you're just interested in visual, I think they're a great setup. If you're thinking about astrophotography outside of planetary and lunar, it might be best to invest your money in a slightly different route than that, because they use alt-azimuth mounts. If I'm thinking of the right telescope, which are a bit of a little bit of a pain, I'll be honest. Trying to keep up with chat right now. Looking forward to seeing your finished product, Rainey says. Thanks very much indeed, mate. Yeah, I'm interested to see what this is going to look like. It's actually, honestly, this is first light for this new RASA for me. I've been working on some issues that are not really fully fully ironed out yet, but I've done my best, and it's now in a workable state. I can correct, if I just show you, we've got like a light ring. It's looking bad on this stacked image, but with flats that will all correct out now, luckily. Learned everything I know about this hobby from you and Queeve. Oh, mate. That's brilliant. I only started this hobby 2 months ago. Oh, wow. Wow. That's what a time to be starting, Chris. Yeah, I started a good few years ago now, and it was pretty rough going, mate, for many years. Yes, you're more into visual, but stepping into astrophotography, and that's how you came across my channel. Yeah, I mean, if you are thinking mainly visual, they're beautiful scopes for that. I can't really say much bad about them if that's your intent, but if you are thinking you'd like to go deeper on astrophotography, you might be better off with perhaps a small refractor. It's the cliche advice, but it's like that for a reason, because they really are a great way to get your foot in the door with astro. Do you like your EQ6R mod? Yes. Well, it's an old NEQ6 that we've got that's got the, what's the name now? Rowan Astronomy belt modification. It's had it on literally for a good 7 years, I think, now, without needing really any adjustments. And it's beautiful. Really good mount. Are you guiding? Or are you using the version with encoders? I am guiding. It doesn't have any encoders, doesn't this version of the mount? And I'll just pop open my screen here for you a second, Derek. So there's a 2-minute sub for anybody interested. Absolutely live, as in 2 minutes old. And here's my PhD guiding graph right now. So it's guiding pretty reasonably well, I would say. If you want to take a look at actual PhD there, massive divers is what I've got. But on the whole, it's pretty steady. It's been a good mount. I've enjoyed my EQ8 a lot. Hopefully I'm not missing people's chat. Using the ASI Air Pro and having a heck of a time. First time tonight using the scope, hopefully. Thanks for the info. Man, the ASI Air, we really like that system. It's what my partner Chloe actually really cut her teeth on with astrophotography, and we still use it even now. Good bit of kit. Can be, I don't know, kind of difficult to get set up initially, I guess, if you're fairly new to this whole thing. But certainly I'd say ASI is a better route than Nina if all you're interested in is perhaps some I don't want to say basic deep sky captures and things, but I'm sure you know what I mean. It's fully fledged. Just you haven't got as many options as you have with the PC, that's all. For visual folk, try a night vision monocular. I would love to look through one of those, by the way. I do see people who have held, like camera phones up to the eyepiece on the image intensifiers, and they get like absolutely nuts images just from a phone. You want to start badly, but it's quite intimidating. Yeah, a Red Cat. They're not cheap, but they are a wonderful telescope. Again, it's one of those things where actually Chloe bought that for herself, a Red Cat, and has loved it. We've still got it to this day, and we use it regularly. Excuse me, I'm burping. Ever tried Stellar, mate? Trying it out at the moment, which seems very similar to it. I haven't tried it, Chris, I'll be honest, but I am open to perhaps giving it a go. If I'm thinking of the right thing, is that the one that runs on a Raspberry Pi? Hello from China. Hello there, Lubo. Thanks for joining, mate. Is it true the supernova would be visible for months? Shouldn't the light of the initial light already passed us by the time we get to see it? No, so it'll have happened many, thousands of years ago, effectively. But I don't know the particular distance in light years that M101 is away from us. But it's happened a long time ago, and the light's just reaching us now. So we're witnessing the event in time for us, but it's actually old history if you lived as part of that galaxy. That's why I have is the Red Cat 51. Yeah, Keith. Good choice, mate.
How do I do that?
How do you do what, sorry, Chloe?
Use SharpCap to...
Folder monitor. You can open up an instance of SharpCap and point it towards a folder. Sorry, Chloe's just wondering what her image is going to look like now. She wants to try folder monitor stacking. May have to take on that Supernova tonight. Yes. Give it a go, mate. It's surprisingly visible. I mean, if anybody's unfamiliar who's joined in the chat right here, there it is on the screen, right at my mouse pointer. Usually around 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah. From what I've seen of people's captures before, it does last a little while. Runs on a Raspberry Pi or a PC. A PC as well, that's quite cool. Couple of issues, but mostly being good. That's good to know. Thanks for the feedback there, Chris. Astrocade. Probably try tonight too. Hey, if you do, mate, good luck. Good luck. 21 million light years. That's further than a distance to my local shops, that's for sure. Yeah, 20 million light years. Evo Guide 50 ED with a field flattener seems to be doing some really good wide field images. Absolutely, yeah, agree. A few people send me images from that kind of exact little setup using it as a wide field refractor, and it's surprising how good they are. We've got Evo Guides on both mine and Chloe's telescopes. No flatteners, as they are just literally used for guiding, but they seem to be a really, a quality little optic. As the gases expand from the core of the star, they thin out. That allows the intense UV radiation from the remnant core to cause the expanding gases to glow. Yeah. I wonder if there maybe be a slightly observable feature added to M101 for a while after the main glow of the supernova's gone, Derek. I don't really know, but that would be cool. It is neat to see this thing stacking up, I have to say. I'll just keep adjusting the the colour. Really interesting info there, Derek. Video Infra. Hey there, mate. Good to see you. Thanks for joining in. First ever live stream. Feels a little bit weird, but, gotta start somewhere. Yeah, thanks, Derek Baker. I'll have some of that as well. You've been really helpful with all this information, mate. Nina, need a live view histogram adjustment added to it, yeah. I mean, the live view for you, if you're interested, is literally right here. So this is just performing a diver, but this happened literally just a few minutes ago, so this isn't an old frame. And all the data that we're looking at in this view is literally from the last hour, effectively. Just getting stacked up and added to every single 2 minutes. A little bit more gets added to it. There are some other neat features in this image that we'll hopefully be able to see on a finished one, such as there's a dwarf galaxy just down there taking shape. I don't know if you guys can see on the stream. But really, I think the main focus and the reason I've gone for this, excuse me, is just to see that supernova. That's really cool. Hello from Alpharetta, Georgia. Hello there, Chuck. Thanks for joining in, mate. Are you out imaging? That's the real question. Currently out shooting bodes with your 135 and your 533 MC Pro. Not many clear nights recently. Mate, I feel that, yeah. It's been so rough lately. Hard work with the new baby. Wow. Congratulations on that at least, mate. That's fantastic. The rate that supernova dims depends on whether it is a type 1 or a type 2 supernova. Nice. Sadly, no. Oh, Chuck. I'm sorry, mate. I hope you get the chance to soon. 2 nights in 3.5 months. Are you my next door neighbour by chance? Because it seems like it's been like that for me. Yeah. Do we know if the supernova is actually happening in M101 or is in front of or behind it? Yeah, I do believe it is in M101 because there was no previously visible star right there effectively. Probably not far off, you're in Blackburn. Yeah. We were in the Miocene era. Wow. Wayne, getting set up to image tonight. Good luck, mate. You're a beginner using a ST80 and a D7500. 100 lights and all calibration frames. That is some fantastic effort, mate. Good luck. Hello from Cornwall. Hello there, Richard. Currently imaging M106 with the 200 PDS and a 294 MC Pro. That's a fantastic setup, mate. Good luck with that capture. Brody, hey there, mate. Good to see you. Siegfried in now as well. How are you doing, mate? Really nice of you to join. M101 had a nice type LA supernova 12 years ago, eh? Wow. Yeah, I think they were saying this is the closest supernova in a decade. That's pretty neat. Astrocade says, if I get the chance, I'll be on M101 with the 200 PDS and 071 MC Pro. I hope you do get the chance. Yeah, that'd be really cool, mate. You should get a nice shot with that setup. Planning ISO 1600 and 30-second exposures. Sounds absolutely solid to me, Wayne. I own a Nikon D7500 as well. I use it not really for astro, but I have in the past, and it's got pretty low read noise, so I think you can have a good time stacking up those 30-second exposures. No problem. Lee Patterson, thanks for pointing out where the supernova is. I've just realised the image I took tonight of M101 is showing it in pretty good detail. That's superb, mate. Really glad to hear it. A cloudy night again, Siegfried. Oh, no. Chris asks, am I using L IR cut or no filter? Just a luminance filter, so UV IR cutting. I am imaging from Ball 7 Skies for anybody interested as well. This is 2-minute exposures on a Celestron Raster 11. So cool to be able to capture such an event. It's not your average day. That's true. Yeah. That is true. Being able to see something just appear in a target that you know quite well is strange. It gives some motion almost to these otherwise really unmoving from our perspective targets. Unbelievable. Brody captured M101 last night and tonight. Hope to see it visually because of smoky skies. Wow, that should stack up nice, mate. Couple of nights of data. Wombat, your next investment. ZWO autofocuser, good choice. 200mm reflector on an EQ6R. Yeah, no. I used to hate chasing focus as well, mate. Not fun. Dave Kemp. Hey up there, Dave. You're on M101, but the clouds just rolled in And you're not too far south of me, mate. Ah, nice. Yeah, we actually tried last night, but I didn't even get a single usable sub. It basically just clouded out, and, you know, that was that.
There's clouds coming.
Is the clouds coming as well now, Chloe? Oh, no. Hopefully we don't get cut too short. Johnny Bravo, hey Luke, I caught this very early. Was testing the new scope and camera and pointed at M101. Oh, brilliant, mate. That's awesome. I'm kind of envious of all these people managing to capture it so soon after, and some people before as well. Usually any sort of astronomical event equals extreme levels of cloud. Yes, it does. Totally agree, mate. Usually I have to just look on longingly while everybody else images these things. Great success with your Nikon D750 on M101 with your RVO 72ED. Nice one, Richard. I've had a little 72ED before. Super capable scopes. Shot M101 around the 20th of April. Did Siegfried. Yeah, give it a check, mate, by all means. You've had 23 5-minute subs so far, vid infra. Nice. It's a good bit of data, mate, nearly 2 hours. Dave Kemp from Sheffield. First time out in a few months yet. Yep, that's a silver line into that cloud, Brody. Now you've definitely got an excuse to give it a good image, mate. Johnny Bravo, until today you had the earliest images of it. Wow, but was outdone when someone posted data from about 6 hours earlier. I mean, that is a cosmic blink before you started imaging it, innit? So that's rough, mate. Getting dark for you, Wayne. Brilliant. Hey, no problem at all, mate. Thanks for joining, Wayne. Lubo, your last supernova was 3 years ago in M61. Nice. An epic fail last night, said Richard. Dew all over the coma, corrected lens, and very poor collimation. Oh! I've been there before, mate. Don't sweat it. Just let your coma corrector do all sweating, apparently. Nah, it's... you're absolutely right. It is a pretty much vertical learning curve with a newt, unfortunately. Corrine, good to see you, mate. Really nice. I hope you're doing well. Can't see any cloud yet here. Ooh, good luck, mate. Yeah. Chloe just came in and said there's potential of a bit of cloud now. Is this with the Poseidon? It is indeed with the Poseidon, mate. I'll just show you if you haven't seen. These are the individual 2-minute sub-exposures just being captured on Nina live right now and feeding into folder monitor live stacking on Sharp Gap, which is the image that we're taking a look at. And as you can see on every single image, there's the supernova visible too. Pretty neat. Johnny Bravo, if you want to beat all amateur astronomers to the punch, you need to build your own underground neutrino detector. Man. Is that one of the great big chambers with all the glass reflectors in? I think I saw something like that on a Vsauce video a long time ago. Thanks, Chloe. When will the supernova get to maximum brightness? Good question, and I unfortunately don't know. From what we've read on an article, it says it could last for a couple of weeks and then it should probably peter out steadily. Richard, don't mention the C word. Sorry, mate. Rouge Gaming, good to see you, mate. Saw you live and wanted to pop in and say hello. I'm going to be tackling the tilt in the 150-2A H&T. They're a lovely little scope, aren't they? Trying to get it dialed in. Wow, good luck with that, mate. Yeah, I think once you get that thing fettled, you're going to be having some fun, definitely. So, how many of you guys are actually out imaging this tonight? See if we can adjust this view ever so slightly for you as well. Darken up that background a touch. Alright. Seems to be stacking up nicely. Is this something that Hubble and JWST stop everything and start looking at? Good question, actually. I don't know. I imagine supernova that's this close might have some scientific interest. But I can't be sure, to be honest. I imagine using instruments like that, they're forever getting the chance to image supernova going off all over the place. You'll be happy if you can see the moon through the red cat. Yeah, absolutely, mate. I mean, I think you'll be really impressed by what the red cat can do. We've been extremely happy with ours. Been out once and it's been clear as a bell, and as soon as your power aligned, sky was whited out. Been there as well, mate. Yeah, that's rough. 8:23 p.m. so not night yet. It takes ages to get dark here at this time of the year, unfortunately, as well. We actually didn't start imaging until about 11:30 at night. In fact, we don't actually get any astronomical darkness this far north. Not at this time of the year, anyway. Vicarious imaging, yeah. Glad to be of use there, Derek. Imaging it, got 22 5-minute shots before the clouds. Live stacking with Nina's Pixie Sight integration. I'm not Richard, no, this is just SharpGap Pro folder monitor stacking. So I've got this pointed on my main PC through the network, looking at my capture folder on my actual Astro PC out in the observatory, which is capturing these single 2-minute frames. Sure, they'll want to look for light echoes from the supernova, from the big scopes. Yeah, I imagine they probably would find this one interesting, especially Derek. Chris, you're on your way back out to image again now. Did I see the launch? I didn't, unfortunately. I did manage to capture a huge Starlink train going overhead just a few nights back. A little break in the clouds, like it was just meant to happen. Pretty cool. Corrine had 2 clear nights here in London. Your image in Macarian's chain, very nice. I can't imagine how challenging it is from London though, mate. That's some intense light pollution. I thought it's bad enough here, but yeah, you've undoubtedly got it worse. 624, yeah, bright as could be, yeah. What latitude? We're 53 north. I'm in Utah. It's been very smoky here from the Canadian fires. Wow. It's amazing how far things can get carried, isn't it? Sometimes here in the UK, if there's dust storms in the Sahara, they'll get carried up and we'll have literally Sahara desert dust all over our cars and things like that. Really weird. Started at 11:20. Probably have to delete the first couple of subs. Yeah. Probably the same for me, mate. Have a great day. Thanks for sharing. Hey, thanks for joining, mate. I really appreciate it. Brody says, observatory is right behind me. Yeah, literally. Just through that wooden door right there. We've got 2 piers. Smoky in Alabama as well. Must be a big fire. Yeah. Chuck says, because this is a Type 2. So it is a Type 2 then. The precursor star was likely imaged with professional scopes and hopefully spectra as well. Yeah. Interesting. Chris Smith, you're in the UK at 53 north as well. Yeah, can't be too far away, mate. If we're both at 53, then, I mean, what? How wide is country at that? About 150 miles. Are you saving the stack and post-processing afterwards? AstroCade asks. Absolutely, mate, yeah. I'm saving every individual frame, and I'm going to capture some proper calibration frames for this as well. So this is just viewed lights only, no darks, flats, bias, or anything. This is just stacking purely lights to show you guys tonight. Richard Nelia. Amazing how 3 degrees latitude kills Astro Dark. Yeah, it's pretty nuts, mate. Dave, gonna bring your gear in and hit the sack. Oh, mate. Well, thanks for the good luck wishes, and I hope you get some good sleep, mate. Thanks for joining. JC in Barmer. Just added more data of M101 last week here in the South Clear. Nights are tough to come by out tonight. Good luck, mate. Good luck. You, I assume, down at bottom of England then. Another one at 53. Hey, no problem, Derek. Thanks very much for all your helpful information, actually, mate, as well. You're a superstar with this. Cheers. Corrine, good night. If you're off, mate, good night. Thanks for jumping in. I'm going to actually take a quick look on my... Ooh, look at this. We've had something pass straight through the field of view. 3 neat stripes. I wonder how far that goes. I guess that's the Starlinks. Look at all those stripes. Thanks, Elon. No, I don't mind, really. That is just nuts. Need to go, yeah. Tell you what, I'm going to take a quick look out in the observatory, just 1 second, and I'll just leave the mouse pointer over the supernova. Looking a little bit murky. Yeah, I would say. Doesn't look good. Looks a little bit murky, I'm going to say to you. Hopefully it stays just clear enough that we can keep doing this, though. It's pretty neat. Rouge Gaming, you're on Starlink. Yes. I bet that's fast, mate, actually. Good luck. I'll jump on M101 tonight. Good night. Good night, Richard. Thanks for joining, mate. AstroCade asks, what setups are you using on SharpGap and Nina? So on Nina, what my actual capture setup is a RASA 11 from Celestron, a Player One Poseidon C Pro camera, which is effectively an IMX 571, like an ASI 2600, that kind of thing. Just a UV IR cut filter. It's mounted on an EQ8 Pro, and I'm guiding it with a Evo guide scope and just a little guide camera, effectively. 2-minute exposures. Don't know if I said that already. And on my second PC that I'm actually doing the stacking on is totally separate to that. That's my main desktop PC that we're looking at right now. I'm just pulling these files through my home network and stacking them using folder monitor stacking. On that note, actually, it looks like this is pretty darn good data. I can see some flocculent detail going right down into the galaxy core there. I think with a bit of drizzling and BlurXTerminator and such, this is going to look like a nice image. Plenty of detail to be seen. I don't know if that's a better view for you guys, by the way, cutting off just slight top of the galaxy, but we're looking at the supernova a bit closer now. It's right there for anybody who's joined and doesn't know where to look. It's that one, just on my mouse pointer. Wombat Zone. I found Chrome Remote Desktop handy for handling multiple rigs. Yes, it's good, mate. It's Chrome Remote Desktop. I ended up switching over to just Windows Remote Desktop though, because it seems to have a higher streaming quality, if you will, and so it looks a little bit better for my video captures and things like that, where sometimes I talk over the top of the actual desktop view. Astrocade. Okay, I gotcha. Looks awesome. Yeah. Oh, you're looking to break ground on an observatory, mate. That's superb. Good luck to you. Yeah, observatory were one of the best things I've ever done. But also, I'll be honest, in some ways I do miss getting my gear out. I say that now, but come winter I probably won't agree with myself. What filter are you using? I'm in Bottle 7.2 and I always use a light pollution filter. So last night I didn't really get the chance to image this, but just peeking through the clouds, I managed a couple of exposures of about 2 minutes each, and I tried an IDAS LPS D2 filter, so a broadband light pollution filter, versus just a normal, I think this is a Bada UV IR cut filter, and for me the UV IR cut filter gave much better looking results every time. Quite strange, probably works better for some people, maybe slightly worse local light pollution than I am in, maybe bottle 8 or even 9 perhaps. Could be worth it. VidInfra, have you thought about doing more wide field? Used to use an 8TD but switched to the 135, but I'm more of a nebula man. Yes, I kind of have. We've still got a wide field setup, but I don't seem to really give it the video time that it deserves. It's the Red Cat 51 effectively, so I could put any of the cameras on that and just switch over to a mini PC rather than the ASIR that's currently on it, if people want to see that kind of thing. Astrocade, miss getting the gear out. That's what my second setup is for. That's true. That is true, mate. Yeah, I could do that. I want to try and capture bodes and try and get some of the dust around it. Yeah, I think you'd need about 8 or 9 hours as you're in Bottle 5. Yeah, well, if you can see some of it with a stack of free, depending on how aggressive your processing might have been and stretching to be able to see that, then I think it's absolutely doable, yeah. It could be one of those things where if you want to capture something a little bit more specialist like that, you may need to go into kind of the double digits of integration time and go about things that way. Bottle 5 is fairly dark though. See if we can colour balance a little bit more as it's stacked a few more frames. It's looking nice. Made the mistake of trying the Dark Shark Nebula once. Wasted 7 hours. Oh man. Well, at least you tried. I would say that. It's better to try and fail than to not try at all, as the old saying goes, eh? I've been actually right before I went live on the live stream, I've been busy prototyping some cable management parts on my 3D printer tonight. That's a bit of fun. So I've made, I don't know if you guys can see, this like cable comb thing. Should clip shut and things like that. Needs a little bit of work. Keeps me busy. Dio crew, good evening from New Jersey. Good evening, mate. Thanks for joining. Got some of it, but it looked horrific due to not stepping the lens down. Ah, you shot it with a lens. So was this with the 135, I guess, then? Is it one of the Samyangs, I assume, the 135 f2s? Astrocade. Still haven't spent the time on a double-digit stack. Yeah, that's... I mean, that was me, honestly, for years, to be honest, before I actually finally dipped my toe into, yeah, double-digit stacking. Getting up to 10 plus hours. Took some time, but it is worth it if you do get some decent clear skies. You're also into 3D printing, made a few things for Astro so far. And yeah, the Samyang 135, yeah. We actually had a Samyang 135 for a while, didn't we, Chloe? Really nice lens. Liked it. I did find it worked best at f3.2 also, though, for us. As you say, wide open. A little bit of trouble. That snaps together nice, Chloe. You give it a go. See if you can undo it, though. I might need to alter my design a little bit for that. Blown away by the difference. 2 hours on M51 and 6 hours on it. Yeah, it is, mate. It is. Tripling your integration there, aren't you? So that's a big step up. Oh, thanks, Chloe. You step down to 2.5 or 2.8 now, and it looks good. That's nice to know, yeah. I guess one of the issues we had, I mean, we really were trying to get it as sharp as possible for the kind of things that Chloe wanted to shoot. She wanted to like crop in, if you will, and use it like a longer focal length instrument, even though it's just a 135 lens. So it does get that bit sharper at f3.2, we found. But yeah, maybe you've got literally a better sample of the lens than us as well. That could factor into it. I know ours wide open, kind of soft, not really crisp, and also we're really hard to take flats with when wide open too. Just get a quick look at some of these live frames for anybody interested. Put that off to one side, perhaps. Most you've ever done was 8 hours on Andromeda. Your most liked picture you've ever had felt like a rock star. 14,000 likes. That's huge, mate. Wow. Yeah. That's quite neat to see the power of stacking. What a single sub looks like right there versus, what we've got 41 of them stacked right now. Yeah, that is a lot of likes, actually, isn't it? I don't think I've ever had that many likes in my life altogether. I'm wondering, these later subs, I'm just going to double check. I don't think they look as good right now. Just pull this slightly more open. Yeah, so we're at mean values of 19,000 ADU. Earlier in the night, we were about 17.4. Let's take a look at one of these earlier subs. A little better, but not masses, I guess. It's still well worth keeping on imaging. Back to the most recent exposure there. That's stacking for you. Your highest is like 30. Hey, that's still not bad at all, mate, to be honest. Siegfried, just checked your subs from the 21st of April. You have a bright red star at that point, like you're showing here, but if you stack it, then you're getting a red-like blob. Interesting. Yeah, shoot again soon to confirm what it is there on your images. Absolutely, that's a good idea, mate. Yeah. I think there's a chap called Johnny Bravo earlier in the chat saying he'd managed to get superseded by someone by 6 hours. He had the earliest image up until that person came along. So I wonder if there's someone out there that even earlier maybe caught it actually happening. JC Imbama, I'd just like to thank you for the videos you put on processing. Your Pixie Insight videos helped us all out. Oh, mate. Thank you very much indeed. That's really nice to hear. I almost sometimes feel a bit awkward pointing out tutorial videos because I definitely don't know everything myself. But still, I like to share what works for me. And if it works for you guys too, then that is really nice. Yeah, thank you. How's your session going, Chloe? Still capturing subs nice?
Yeah. I couldn't work out that shortcut thing.
Could you not?
No.
It's crazy to think that supernova happened over 20 million years ago. It is. It is absolutely mind-blowing, mate. I don't think the human mind is really meant to wrap itself around figures like that, because it just rolls off the tongue so nice, you know. Oh, just 21 million years ago. That's 21 million years! Jeez. Absolutely nuts. I think someone posted a message in chat earlier to try and put that into context and say that's before mammoths were even walking around on the planet, you know. Unbelievable. Good day from New Zealand. Always watch your vids. Hey, that's really nice, mate. Thank you very much indeed for your support. I appreciate it. Galactic supporter, mate. Thank you so much. That's really kind of you. Cheers. Welcome aboard, mate. I've stolen a few of your processing techniques from your videos too, and used Bill's tools and your rescreening tool. Hey, mate. My pleasure. My pleasure for anything I've done. I'm only too happy to try and help however I can. That's fabulous. Hopefully, the sky's going to stay a little bit clearer now. Let's take a look. Doesn't look too bad on PhD. I'm not seeing any evidence of passing clouds. You can just about see, I'm not sure if it's showing up for you guys on the live stream, but you can actually just about see M101 on the guide scope as well. Right there. But there she is. Going pretty nice. I'll keep that view open for you. How often do you go live? This is the first time I've gone live on this channel, mate, actually. So you've caught my very first one. Thank you very much indeed. I've got another channel where I've been live a good few times, and I plan to keep going live on that too when I get my head back in the game. But that's gaming content, so probably don't appeal to most people. Simon Thompson. Thanks for joining, Simon. Hey Luke, just been watching your live stream and listening from the benches. Love your work. That's really kind of you, mate. Thank you. Just looking at your sharp cap image, have you got pixel issues on your camera? So there are some hot pixels here. My camera is currently cooled to -10, but we're stacking without any darks or anything here. So once I actually stack this up, even if I don't use darks as well, it should get rid of these with median kappa sigma clipping or any other kind of rejection algorithm. PhD is for tracking. That's right, Keith. PhD stands for push here dummy, I think, guiding. Pretty pretty neat name, because that's what I am. But yeah, works wonderfully. Hopefully, as you can see right there, that's the PhD window, if you're interested in seeing that. There's a group of 3 pixels that appears to repeat themselves across your image from top to middle. They appear low down in the image but in red. Is it these? I don't know if you can see like that, mate, but yeah, those groups of 3 right there. If it's those, then yeah, it's just some hot pixels, I guess. But they'll all go away once I actually stack the image for real. Watching my guiding like a hawk on the ASI on your phone. I know that feeling, mate, yeah. Okay, good, you haven't missed a lot. No, mate, you certainly aren't. What's the gaming channel? Luke at Luke on my Tico Games, basically, right now. I just launched it a little while back, and I started a playthrough of The Witcher, but I kind of petered out. I don't know. I seem to get a bit of like anxiety about live streaming, I guess. Bit odd, but it's just a case of getting used to it, I reckon, because I had camera shyness, if you will, before starting my actual YouTube stuff, and now I'm totally comfortable on camera, so I guess it'd go away with some practice. Siegfried, gonna leave, have an early morning, have a good night, Luke. Thanks very much, mate. I really appreciate you jumping in and spending some time. I do. James Duggan, good day, congratulations on your first stream, doing a good job. You're a natural. That's too kind of you, mate. Thank you. Just strange how they repeat in a similar pattern. It is. I think it's perhaps dithers that have made them appear like that, and then maybe the amount of frames by the time it got to that depth in the stack, it's now able to reject the rest of the hot pixels that it should usually be able to see. That's my guess anyway. I'll check it out. I've been trying to get back into gaming. Hey, I appreciate that, mate. Mick Whitaker, excellent first stream, Luke. Is this going to be a future feature? Perhaps. I don't know, if it's something that people enjoy, then yeah, perhaps so. I just thought tonight, I mean, everything aligned perfectly for me, so I haven't had clear skies in really ages, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere, a clear sky and a supernova to image that we can show everybody. So I thought, why not? Why not have a little look? You're doing a great job so far. Keep it up. Thank you, mate. That's kind. A G1 Aurora storm right now. Wow. I actually spoke to some local astronomers from a nearby club just the other day. I sold a telescope, and they're part of that, and they say that they managed to see some Aurora Borealis activity just like a week ago from here in the UK, which is not that common for us. Wombat Zone, me too, mate. Been streaming on the other platform too, but do find it daunting a little, and it can distract you from what's going on in your sessions. Had to take a break. Yeah, I totally hear that, mate. 100%. It's an odd one. I don't know. I guess it's all about just getting comfortable on camera and then practicing it, keeping up doing it. You definitely tune into more of these. Love live Astro streams. That's good, mate. Thank you. Yeah, I like watching them myself. Usually, if anybody's live, I'll just kind of tune in and just watch. I'm not too much of a chatterbox, you know, when it comes to typing, but I think when you do engage, like you guys are engaging with me now, it actually makes it way easier for the person who's, you know, presenting the live stream. Gives you someone to bounce off, so I appreciate everybody chatting. Thank you very much. Naked eye Aurora or with the camera? Good question. They, the people from the local observatory, if you're asking about those, they took some shots with the camera, effectively. And they showed me them. Pretty damn cool. They didn't see much colour, but they could see definitely Aurora. That's the one benefit of being 57 north. You regularly see Aurora. That extra few degrees there. You're the engagey type. Yeah, well, I mean, that's it, mate. You make the world go round if you keep engaging. It's good. I think the burning question is, how's the obsy going? Any leaks? No, mate, nothing. Honestly, it's been a dream. I've really enjoyed it. You're a Yorkshire man, ex-Rotherham. Rotherham's not far from us. You may remember Rother Valley Optics. You're living in Western Australia, so you know only too well the north of England's weather. Yeah, that's weather we have, for sure, mate. It's horrendous here most of the time, innit? Yeah, it was neat to see, Isaac. I felt immediately jealous that they knew that was happening and got out with the cameras to see it. But I guess I'd have to go driving out anyway to be able to see it from here, because none of my horizons really are low enough. Good to hear there are no leaks. Yeah. Detailed videos when building is what I'm following. On your build, brilliant. Only difference is you're doing a concrete pier. Nice choice. Lubo, my first YouTube live stream was a disaster. Oh no. You streamed the comment on Chinese service just prior so you were ready. Switch to YouTube. Oh, microphone off. Oh no, mate. I hope you'd all tell me if my microphone were off.
You started the night with the lens cap on.
I did. Chloe's just saying my night started with a disaster. I thought, why can't my telescope see stars? What's going on? I'd left the lens cap on. Minor geomagnetic activity so far at 10 PM. There was a chance of possible aurora. Nice. First live Astro stream netted you over 100 viewers. Nice, man. Folk with great questions. Reach out to more folk to get into the hobby. Yeah. There is still a stocking problem in the mate. Getting things. Yeah, being there, done that. Yeah. I'm glad. It makes me feel a bit better that I'm not alone with that, mate. God, I felt so stupid. It felt like the walk of shame going back out into observatory to go pull it off end. Let's take a look at rebalancing this a second. Maybe a little bit aggressive, but just want to keep it visible properly for you guys on the stream. Quick glance at PhD. Seems that we're still in the clear right now, so that's nice. For anybody who's joined and doesn't know where to look if you're interested in seeing the supernova, it's right under my mouse pointer right now. That feature right there. Thomas, shoot the supernova without knowing it on live stream. Mate, that's sick. That's crazy. Discovering my channel from France. Mate, nice. Thanks very much indeed. Wombat Zone, dropped your bite off mask. Oh no! That's a painful one, yeah. Guiding looks incredible. It's not doing bad, yeah, I have to say. It's there is kind of some clouds off in the distance right now. Hopefully they stay that way. But when I was actually outside having a little look, from my location right here now, it looks like the scene's pretty good, I would say, luckily. Which really helps with that guiding. You've lost an hour of imaging when you forgot to take your binocular mask off once. Oh, no. I've done that as well, actually, as well. Do you think Chuck is going to join the Supernova train today? I hope so. He's the absolute live stream master, is Chuck. Yeah. I imagine, if he can, he will. Could just be a case of not getting clear skies where he is. Greens from Trinidad, Sherwin. Very nice to have you, mate. Thanks so much for joining. Love Chuck. Yeah, mate, me too. He's so real, innit? I think that's probably one of my favourite things about Chuck. At least it seems like what you see is what you get, and I like that with people, you know what I mean? Not trying to be anything he's not on camera. No, it's clear over here. Nice. Yo, Trevor streams Galaxy Session 2. Yeah. You know, I have not really seen any Astro Backyard live streams much, to be honest. 100,000 subs on Twitter. Wow. Can't do 10% while I'm doing it. You absolutely could. It's just a case of gear, I reckon. I've got a heck of a lot of gear. That's very kind of you to say, though, mate. Thank you. Total Cloud over in Eugene, Oregon. So grateful for doing this. Hey, it's my pleasure, mate. Thank you very much indeed for joining. I know I keep saying it to people, but I mean it. You know, it's nice to be able to share evening with you guys. Oh, I tell you what, it's getting warm in this observatory, though. Weather's really heated up now in England. We're currently sat inside here at 26.6 degrees, if you can see. Roasting. Temperature outside, my focus is showing 19.4 degrees as well, so it's a good bit warmer in here. Are you going to post-process the stack on stream or make us wait to see it? Well, I'll have to definitely capture a bunch of calibration frames for this one. I want to make it a good image if I can. Luckily, we've got some more clear skies on the way, I think, so I'm going to try and add to this and get the deepest integration that I can, and maybe then I can show against an old image that I took if I just have it still open right here. So this was a couple of years old now, an image of M101, but you can see there's no supernova feature obviously visible, so it's a nice little I don't know, maybe a morph between those two images would be quite cool to show that difference. And also to show how far I've come in the last 2 years as well, because I think this is going to be a lot better. Toasty, send some of that off here. Mate, you can have it all. I hate being too warm. Just bought the 2600 MC Pro. Mate, congratulations. That is a lovely camera. I used to own that exact cam, and yeah, fantastic bit of kit. Lubo says, last time you saw Chuck, you'd been having a nap after the stream. That's awesome. How many hours do you plan to stream? Well, we're currently 2 a.m. right now, and let me just check on Nina and see what time it's actually going to get light for me. So we'll start to enter, what is it called now? Civil Dawn, I guess, around about 2:45, 2:50-ish. So I may run slightly into that before I have to stop my capture. You'll note, for anybody who doesn't know, at 53 North, like me right now, we don't actually have any black bar in the middle, denoting true astronomical darkness. So all this is getting imaged during effectively a state of twilight. So we're just going to run an autofocus now. I've got this set to refocus itself every hour on the hour, effectively. What's your tip for starting an Astro channel? Brody asks. That is a good question, mate. I would say be yourself. Don't try and spot something that you like about other people and just do that, obviously. Just be yourself, put your own brand on things. And just hit record. Literally just go for it, mate. At the end of the day, if you're planning on uploading videos, it's probably going to start off with you feeling a little bit awkward on camera if you're anything like I was, but that will pass. It will get easier. So just hit record, mate, and go for it and give it a go. That's my best advice for you. Don't talk yourself out of it, because that's what I did for years, actually. After 4 months of cloudy skies, I now have about 2 months worth of clear skies, and our winter here in Oz. Oh, mate, 2 months worth of clear skies. I am jealous. That sounds awesome. Something to wait for. Being your first year in astrophotography, it's pretty cool to see a galaxy actually change. It is, mate. It's absolutely incredible to see a change. Things like this, obviously don't happen every day. Visible like this for us, at least, anyway. Currently on shared parental leave for 3 months. Hopefully some clear nights in that time. Yeah. 2 nights in your first week so far. No, mate, that won't be it. You're definitely going to get some more. After your post, I was thinking of purchasing the Ascar FRA 300 Pro, 183 MC Pro, a 120mm guide camera and a 50mm guide scope, all riding on the StarAdventurer GTI. It sounds like a really nice, capable setup. My only concern would be it might be a tiny bit heavy for the StarAdventurer GTI. I think you'll get away with it, but it might be difficult to balance. But I don't know what kind of budget you've got available to you. So if you could, I would say maybe look at ever so slightly large amount if possible. But if you can't, completely respect that and just go for it, because it will still work. I think. Still working up to that. Yeah. Hey, if you're like I say, if you are thinking of making yourself a channel, by the way, as well, let me know when you do. Drop me a message on YouTube would be ideal, because I do miss messages on other kind of channels, unfortunately. It's hard to keep up with everything, and I'll certainly join, mate, and give you likes and stuff. Absolutely. Winters here are awesome. Plenty of cloudy-free nights. Cloudy-free, cloud-free. Summers suck. Yeah, I hope tonight you are lucky, mate. That'd be really nice. Lightweight budget mount. EQ M35 Pro. I have heard people like that, yeah. By the way, Luke, I need advice. Recently bought an L Ultimate dual narrowband filter. That was supposed to be coma free. Do you mean perhaps halo free? However, I still get coma and bright stars. Tried it on Vega. Is it upside down? Most filter draw systems and things like that kind of automatically prevent you putting things in backwards by the nature. But I suppose, depending on how you've got it installed in your optical train, it is a possibility that it's the wrong way around. Halo free, yeah, good to see. Brody, yeah, absolutely, mate. Do send me a link when you start one up, mate. Wombat zone, don't skimp on the mount. You'll waste money buying cheap mounts. Yes, that is good advice. If you do, I mean, Sherwin, if you have the capability to go for a slightly bigger mount now and grow with it, then yeah, you should absolutely do that. I think it's worth doing, because you tend to keep a mount a lot longer than you keep a telescope, at least in my experience. I've been through a bunch of different scopes in the time that I've had, you know, just a couple of mounts. Get slight halos using the Ultimate. Damn, man. Currently have a total error of 0.50 with yours. That's nice. Don't save your money on a mount. Yeah, absolutely. If you should spend anywhere, then spend on a mount. It's advice that's as old as time itself, and it's still true. Yeah. Hopefully we'll just get this visible for you guys again. That was just a focusing exposure, I guess. We should have the latest new shot coming in a second. How's the view for you guys? By the way, do you need any adjustments making on this preview window? Because obviously it's adjusted for my monitor, and I don't know what it's actually coming across like for you guys. Astrocade. Should zoom out a little bit. Okay, no problem at all, mate. We're currently at 150%, so how does 100% look? And then we can get some of this extended kind of leg in the view. Sounds and looks good, awesome, good to hear. Your thought process with the mounts, your girlfriend has a 66mm refractor that you put on your old CGE. Yeah, potentially, mate. Upgradability. AZ Forerunner, Jason, good to see you, mate. Thanks for jumping in. Hope you've been well. Currently sitting in a hot observatory taking flats. Well, that'll be me later. I'm currently just doing the hot observatory part. It's rapidly warming up in here, actually. What were we on? 26.6 a minute ago. We're on 27.1 now, so who knows when that's going to stop. Frame's a bit better. Nice one. Good to know, mate. HEQ5, another really good starter mount. Yes, I would absolutely go with that, mate. HEQ5, fantastic old mount. You have an AZ GTI and the SV Bonnie 503 70ED. Filter wheel camera and guide scope. Guiding under 0.20 most nights. That's fantastic guiding. Good to know. Thanks for feedback, everybody. Glad it's looking alright for you. Scary when the supernova looks bigger than some local stars. Yeah. That is pretty neat to see. Oh, we've had his first exposure come in on the other screen. Keep those roughly visible for you, for anybody interested in the live view on the right and the stacked view on the left. Girls don't like big rigs carrying around. Yeah, unless the rig is in your pants. Small and capable. Oh, mate. Thanks for feedback and everyone's selection of your mount for your future setup. No problem at all, mate. Yeah, if you have any further questions and things like that, I mean, don't be shy at all in asking them. I'll try and help wherever I can. I know that when I was actually setting up YouTube, astronomy and things like that wasn't really a thing. So I wasted tons and tons and tons of money and time and clear nights failing consistently. And I'd like to try and help people avoid that if I can at all. We are still talking about mounts, aren't we? What's going on? Looking for a cheap hobby, then you're looking in the wrong place. That's true, mate, yeah. Can be done on quite a small budget. Yeah, true. I mean, I think the barriers to entry now are probably lower than they've ever been, especially with the power of some of the software that we have now as well. Even like the free software available these days is what pro level software was at only, a decade ago or so, or probably beyond in many cases. So it is a really good time to get started. Seems like we've got a slight brightening from that frame being added then. Let's just check these ADU values. Seems like the sky is brightening up a little bit now. We've gone up to 20.4K mean ADU values from, where were we? Started the night around 17.5K, so eek. It is what it is. Let's take a little look. We've still got some time. I think we can keep imaging. I think I'll have to probably be quite careful when it comes to stacking all this up though. Talking of free software, have you experimented with AstroSharp? I haven't actually, Stephen. No. I really should, because it does look quite cool. Maybe I'll have to do that as part of maybe a future video or something like that. I do think, if you haven't seen it yet, that Queeve the Lazy Geek did a comparison video between AstroSharp and BlurXTerminator today, which was quite nice to see. It's not the size, but how well you use it. Are we sure we're still talking about mounts here, Jason? I mean, Although you looked out on your AZ GTI, you should have just got a HEQ5 or something bigger. That way you can grow with it. Yeah, I mean, if a large mount fits into your usage case, you're happy to carry it out, you're happy to store it. Definitely always go with a bigger mount rather than a smaller one, I would say. Don't tell your missus what you've spent on gear. You're lucky to have a missus that's also into the hobby. Yep, I certainly am, mate. Very lucky. Even though she does nick half my gear, you know. Now that it's getting dark out, I have to set up before I have to head to work. Superb, mate. Really hope you get a good clear night tonight. Tried it out on last night's M101. Brilliant. Did it work well for you, Stephen? It seemed to be a really interesting program when Queeve was showing it. Chris says, keep up the good work, Luke. Thank you very much indeed, mate. You've helped me tons in my processing and pixing site. Going to throw down on a new rig soon, and you're going to go with the Poseidon M Pro because of me. Oh, mate, thank you very much indeed. I really do think you'll be happy with the Poseidon. They're a lovely camera. That's the price you pay, lol. It is, mate. Yeah, it's a small price to pay, I guess. Lubo asks, what do you think to the ZWO C-Star? I think it looks really interesting. Yeah, I've actually reached out to ZWO to ask if they have any availability for product testing or anything like that. And I'm kind of waiting for them to see what they're going to say. But if they're not interested, then maybe I'll just pony up and buy one, I guess, to try it out. You know what I mean? Really considering getting it for your son. Yeah, that would be a fantastic bit of kit, mate. How much longer till sunrise? Sky brightening. Don't think we have too long, unfortunately, mate. Sequencer. Looks like we're going to go until about 2:45, 2:50 or so before it starts to get noticeably brighter. But I will probably push on just a little bit because I'm having fun streaming for you guys. Can always just keep imaging it anyway and throw away the last few subs, can I? So that's not too bad. Stephen says, yeah, pretty good. Bit noisy, as Queeve said. Topaz fixed it. That's good to see. You can combine it with another software package. Always tell your missus how much your gear is. Yeah. Bought a Mead 300mm for 100 quid. God. I'd be too worried, like if I'd lied to Chloe or something. Not that I would, but if I'd lied to her and told her, my gear costs about 300 quid all in, and then I fell off a ladder or something, and she'd sold it to someone for 300 quid, I'd be turning in my grave. I feel like you just bought BlurXTerminator, and there's a free version that's comparable. I mean, I can see how you feel, but I don't know. I think BlurXTerminator looks to be still a clear winner for me. Usually pack up around 3 AM GMT around this time of year. Yeah, it starts to get really noticeably brighter. Dead early at this time of year, doesn't it? This far north. Found new free software today called Astro Surface, mainly for planets. But it's got a lot of great tools and all the features of Registax Auto Stacker and Photoshop all in one program. Looks good. I'll have to look into that, James. I have heard of that program before, but never actually tried it out or anything like that. Jason says, shot the Dark Shark. Oh, mate. I can't wait to see that one. That's going to be one hell of a shot, I bet. Sebastian, good to see you, mate. Thank you very much for joining in, all the way from Argentina. Stack is definitely brighter than earlier. Yeah, 100%, mate. I keep seeming to have to chase this black point up. Usually tell her what separate parts cost, but she forgets. You see, I'm lucky where if I'm ever like kind of short on cash and stuff, which happens a lot, let's be honest, astronomy is expensive. Chloe often steps in and helps me get the gear I need, so I am one lucky chap indeed.
We should do a quick stack of it.
Should do a what, sorry?
A quick stack of
A
it.
quick stack. Your missus gave up asking the price, Chris. Oh dear. Yeah, it's I'm just gonna go take a quick look and just see what we're dealing with outside now. If I can see it's starting to brighten up over in the east or not. If I could find my shoes anyway, I would. Back in just 2 seconds. Wow, looks like we're actually imaging through a hole in the clouds right now. I think about 15 miles, 10 miles away in the east, and as far north as I can see as well. There's just a big wall of cloud, so I'm lucky to be right here. Doesn't understand why a bunch of glass is so expensive. To be honest, mate, her and me both, they are so expensive for what they are. Your husband doesn't ask anymore either. Don't even have the money for Photoshop, let alone PixInsight. You do your sharpening in GIMP using wavelet decomposition, similar tool to Registax. Hey mate, I hear that. I used to, for years, I used free software until I just got to the point where I thought, right, I really have to bite the bullet and get these programs, because the thing I was noticing time after time after time was all the images that would kind of stop me in my tracks on Astrobin and things like that. When I looked at what they'd been stacked and processed using, it was nearly invariably always PixInsight. So yeah, I decided I had to do it. Deep Space Astro, keeping me entertained while I wait for the clouds to clear. Hey, no problem at all, mate. Thanks for joining. Bill, good to see you. How you doing, mate? I'm currently using the Racerate's Big Brother now, mate. Bought the IDAS NBZ UHS and you've used it 3 times due to cloud over winter. Oh, that's rough. That is rough indeed, mate. Sherwin, yeah. It's an Astro Fest in here tonight. Thank you, Keith. Yeah, it's I think it's only grown in time in many regards, because I've certainly invested more now than at any point ever in my Astro career before. So maybe that's telling. I don't know. Astrocade says PixInsight's been huge for me. I even quit putting the TIFF into Photoshop entirely now. It's done after PixInsight. Interesting. I know that a lot of people seem to use the combination of kind of Photoshop and PixInsight. For me, with zero experience whatsoever in Photoshop, maybe I just don't know what I'm missing out on. But yeah, I'll just rebalance that color a little bit and chase up this black point for you. It's starting to look mighty grainy now, I think. Probably as a result of stacking a few subs with some clouds. I expect that could be an issue anyway. Do you still have your Meade SCT? Unfortunately, I actually don't, Brody, no. I recently just thought, okay, I need to clear some space in my observatory because it got to the point where I couldn't move. So that was one of the things that had to go. It just really wasn't getting used much. But now it's got a new home, and someone else is enjoying it visually, actually. Bill Blanchard's in the house, yeah. Snuck into the Oscar Awards. Love it. Agreed, Kate. It's taking my picks to the next level. Very steep learning curve. 100% agree. Lucky the people like Luke. Oh, mate, thank you. Thank you very much. Cameron Raj does that final tweak. Do you dither while live stacking? Yes. So this is effectively dithering every... Let me just check. I don't want to give you any misinformation. I've got it set to dither every 3 frames. So every 6 minutes, we're doing a dither. So 10 dithers per hour at the minute. Looks like it's probably just done a dither, actually. Yeah. Pretty massive dither as well. Not doing things by halves. Pop this over to the side for you. So any clear skies for you guys out there? Bill and Deep Space Astro. Yeah, I mean, on the note of that learning curve for PixInsight, I nearly quit before the trial period was up. I thought, can I really justify investing all this money on software I can't even use yet? But fortunately, stuck with it, because I don't really know where my images would be right now if I hadn't actually stuck with that program. Yeah, I'm glad I did. First light on the Raster 11. Yes, mate, it is indeed. I've done plenty of little bits of testing in between literally little holes in the clouds, because that's all that I've had access to. But yeah, this is the first proper image I'm able to take through it, so it's nice to be able to share it. Astro Canuck, totally covered in by the forest fire smoke. No, man, that's rough. Yes, in the US, Ohio. Good to hear that, Keith. Hope you get some light down that red cat tonight, mate. Maybe tomorrow night for you, Bill, eh? I hope so, bud. Yeah, I hope so. Too much smoke went out, and all you could see was Arcturus and Venus. Oh, that must be pretty smoky, yeah? Clear sky tonight, supposed to be. Yep, we've all heard that one before. Battling the cloud on the edge of the cloud line. Yeah. Let's see how much brighter these subs are getting now. So we are really starting to brighten up now. We're at 21.7k mean values, if you can see that. Not too long back we were at 18k. Started the night at 17.7, 17.6 ish. So I'll probably have to be pretty selective when I do come to stack this data up, I reckon, so I'm not getting a big mess. Sherman says cloudy and rainy these past few weeks. You'd like to rent a remote telescope, just like to pay for one-off uses. I actually don't know the answer to that, mate. I have never ever used a remote telescope service, so regretfully, can't help you with that one. You did quit before the trial period, and then 3 months later caved and tried again. That is good to hear, mate. Yeah, second chance. Oh, that's very kind of you, mate. Thank you. Thank you. It's always amazing to me to like hear that my videos and stuff have helped people, because you know, you helped me actually so much as well. So that's lovely. Clear skies with a 13% chance to see aurora tonight. Good luck for that one, mate. That's awesome. hopefully we're all going to start getting some more clear skies now, because I don't know what it's been like for everybody else who's watching, but the start of this year has been honestly the worst I've known since I started astronomy and started really paying attention to how much cloud there is on any given year. So cool, you're covering the supernova. Thank you. Wow, that really got brighter with that last sub. I don't know if anybody saw that happen. That's weird. So cool, you're covering the supernova. You imaged M101 on the 17th before. That's brilliant. Yeah, just before and then just after. That'd be an interesting comparison to make. What do you think you're going to image it with, Bill? Ouch. Been pretty crappy and now it's going to get hot. Yeah, mate, I can't even imagine what it's like for you guys in Arizona. Yeah. I know that last year when it was, it got to around about 40 degrees for a couple of days here in England, and it made the country grind to a halt effectively because none of us are used to that kind of temperature, and our country is literally not set up for dealing with extreme heat like that. No air conditioning, that kind of thing in homes, so people were really struggling. Elderly people, unfortunately, in many cases, more than most. Not good. I hope we don't see that again in any great hurry, because it wasn't nice. Virginia, USA, D-Fresh. Hey, good to see you, mate. Thanks for joining in. Clear tonight. Good seeing. Below average transparency. Should still be excellent for some Milky Way Astro. That's some serious wide field, mate. Yeah, 14mm f2.8. Beautiful lens. Good luck if you do decide to give that a go, bud. Yeah, we seem to be having some extreme brightening now happening on these frames. I think something's happening. Let's take a look at this latest frame versus something a bit earlier in the night. See how much of a difference there is. Doesn't look too dramatic, but it's there. Yeah, going from that first one to last, I think the kind of contrast on these weaker parts of the spiral arms just disappears. James Duggan is watching SkyTour live stream. Mark did M101. The Nova does look bigger about 20 hours later, but I was thinking it was different setups and location. HFR history shows it. Yeah. Yeah. Number of stars has just been consistently dropping, eh? I guess maybe some thin cloud is moving in. Something like that. When do you stop? That's up to you, Chloe. Have your exposures been brightening like this too, I guess? No. No? You're not noticing it much on your setup? No. What were you at the start of the night?
I don't know.
Just check your mean values on Nina. If you just look at the imaging window, Chloe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, it has been happening for you too, yeah? Alright. So I guess it's not just a rig-specific thing that's going on. Yeah, that's interesting, James. I mean, being able to see it change in that sort of time frame is phenomenal, really. Keith is asking, what's Chloe using for her gear? So you've got the Quattro 8-inch. That's a 800mm f4 telescope, Aplanatic coma corrector, the Player One Artemis C Pro camera, a Astronomic UV IR cut filter because she's imaging in broadband tonight, and it's all mounted on an EQ6 Pro.
An EQ6.
Bill says you're imaging with the TAC 150 and a 6200 mm. Got your red and green, and you need to get some B. but that might have to wait until next year. Oh, no. Damn, dude. I've been using ASIR and ending as Astrodome, but you still have to throw away the last few subs. Yeah, 100%, mate. I think I'm going to have to do the same thing. Lubo says you're going out tonight with the Edge AHD. Lovely telescope, bud. ASI 2600MC and an EQ6R Pro. Fantastic. You would like advice, though. Dual narrowband filter or without? Which target are you going for, Lubo? Are you going for the M101 Supernova? Because it might be interesting to capture it in narrowband, as you say. Could be something slightly different to what other people are doing. How has your experience been in collimating the Quattro? Queeve's video, his experience was very challenging. Yeah, I mean, me and Queeve have been in contact about that telescope for a while. I tried to help him as much as I could and stuff, and he's figured out a lot on his own too. But he's had a lot of challenges with that particular little Quattro, I think. Mine, it would be fair to say, I think, that if I'd just started out astronomy, I'd be extremely unhappy with the telescope because it has not been easy to fettle. Get it in a usable kind of condition because it came so far out of collimation, it was just a joke. But you know, since I've got a lot of experience with Newtonians, it's not been too bad, but that's just from my perspective, I guess. I hope that makes sense what I'm talking about right there. It's just that I wouldn't recommend that scope to someone just looking to get started in imaging because I think it'd be too frustrating, honestly. Extremely grainy. It is, mate, yeah. I think I might cancel this live stack and just go ahead and hit restack and see if we can get a better looking image than this. We'll pause frames a sec, clear this live stack and hit go again. Only this time we might try and filter on brightness a little bit if we can. So this should just stack us back up and get us to where we want to be. Go back to the start, rewind and replay all frames. Can't believe I forgot to do that. So yeah, the histogram started right back here tonight. Rebalance things up and I think we'll try and be a little bit more selective on what actually gets stacked right now. So we should see this image develop rather quickly again. Get rid of some of that green cast. Oh yeah, we are really rapidly brightening now. Just, what were we, 6 subs ago roughly, 21.4k-ish. Now we're at nearly 23k mean values, so it's looking like the end of the night. Ugh. Oh no. Unfortunate.
Mine's been roughly the same mean since 12:30.
Has it, Chloe? Yours been remaining roughly the same?
Yeah.
That's strange.
Like,
Because, I mean, it should be brightening now. We're entering dawn. Out of the 38 5-minute subs you've had tonight, I think you'll have at least 30 usable. Fingers crossed. Good luck indeed, mate. That should be fantastic. Looks like the light blue skies around the east side of Houston, Texas are just too bad this evening. Try tomorrow. Damn, mate. I really do hope everybody who wants to gets the chance to shoot this thing. So good luck on that one, Mike. Save it first. I wish I'd have seen what you just said, Brody, because that would have been a good idea. Sorry about that, mate. You've been worrying about your 200 PDS since that vid. Not the Quattro, but you're the type of person to worry about it. I hear you, mate. Yeah, it's the 200 PDS they're a lot more friendly to collimate. Going from the F4 to F5 might not sound like much, but in terms of collimation, it makes it so much more, I don't want to say forgiving, but yeah, for want of a better kind of word, it is a bit more of a forgiving experience at F5. D-Fresh says, last clear night was a disaster. No! Didn't do a bench run, had a new imaging PC and a new Player One Uranus C. You couldn't get anything to work and connect. Oh no, dude. Sorry to hear that. Have you managed to get everything connected up on a bench test now, or? It seems like we are able to dodge a few of these brighter frames now, at least. Last frame, yeah, frame brightness too low. Sorry, Chloe?
Why is my mean getting higher?
You mean background values? Because the sky's illuminating, either from high cloud passing through, or just the fact that dawn's starting to break now.
Shall I stop it when it finishes?
You could probably stop at that exposure, yes, Chloe, yeah. That's a relief. You had a lot of weird subs where the stars look like Saturn. So I took the primary out and found the mirror clips were tight. Yeah, loosened them a bit and it looks better. That's good fault finding there, mate. Absolutely. Oftentimes, skywatchers especially seem to come with mirror clips that are way too tight. Pretty much literally. Between work and a bit of admitted laziness, no lol. Oh no. Well, good luck for next time you do get it out, mate. Here in Northern Virginia, yesterday we was able to take 3 hours of M101. Redcat 51, small target. Love your capture. Thank you, Antonio. Appreciate that, buddy. You've had one session since that. Well, I imagine if you've loosened mirror clips a little, you've probably solved the issue, I would say. Getting ready to cook carne asada. Nice. Can I come round your house for dinner? Amber alert for Aurora. Pity it's foggy here. Oh no. What's Chloe imaging? What's your target again, Chloe?
NGC 7129.
NGC 7129. I will try and get you an image. Drag this over onto the screen. So it's this nebulous region right here. I think that's a nice image right there. But that's basically what Chloe's trying to take a shot of tonight. It's her first clear night as well, of course. We try and do things together as much as we can. Nice target. No clouds, but smoke from Canada is killing the scene. No. I'm sorry to hear that, mate. Jeez. June the 2nd, Mars passing over the Beehive cluster. That could be an interesting shot, yeah. Today would have been your opportunity for a bench and a trial run, but you've decided on Milky Way Astro. Can't blame you one bit, mate. Yeah, that's got to be a lot of fun. Astro Canuck, only 200 kilometers from the cluster of fires. That's pretty close as far as wildfires go, eh? Wow. Smoke here in Colorado too. Thanks, Canada. Damn. You stopped your imaging now, Chloe, yeah.
My HFR looks very serene.
That's sweet, never seen that. Yeah, it's an interesting target. In fact, I was planning on shooting it too at the same time as Chloe, and then we were going to combine both sets of data from the Quattro and the Raster 11 basically into one image. But since M101 decided to act up a little bit and get interesting, I thought, why not jump on this instead? Keith says, starting to clear up from wildfire smoke here in Montana. Maybe you'll be able to test out your Astro modded Canon. Ah, very nice. I'd love a nice new modern Astro modded camera like that, I think. I mean, as much as I really enjoy cooled Astro cameras and things like that, there's definitely something to be said still for DSLRs, I reckon. She's probably smashing out awesome subs. She actually is, mate, yeah. Time to stop here now too, I think. Subs looking bright on one side. Damn, dude. Smoke really bad in New Jersey as well. Time to feed the baby. Hey, congratulations again, mate. That's fantastic. Southeast Idaho. Noticed it clearing up a bit too recently. Nice. Hopefully everybody will get a chance in this next few weeks while this supernova is visible to actually take a shot if it's something you're interested in doing. I'm certainly glad to have caught it fairly early at least. It's freak luck that's made it happen, I think, because we don't get that much clear sky. Clearing of the Canadian smoke, that is. Got you. Got you, mate. Second one now. First is 2 and a bit. New one is almost 4 months old. No Astro gear for me for a while. Nice. I think you've got your hands full, I reckon, then, mate. Take a little look at this. What this dwarf galaxy looks like down there. That's quite neat to say. I've not bothered actually paying any attention to framing that thing. Some more interesting little background squirts and spirals around the frame there. Nice to see. But yeah, I think we're consistently now unable to stack the latest images, so that could be about it, I reckon. Unfortunately, guys. I'll hang on just a little bit longer and see if we get the chance to get 1 or 2 more frames, I reckon. But by the looks of things, we are just getting constantly brighter. Yeah. Just about to start hitting true dawn now. Yeah, that's a pain, Mike. We're enjoying imaging it, to be honest. My pleasure, Keith. I'm glad you've enjoyed seeing it, mate. You okay, Chloe?
Yeah, I was just having a look at something.
Oh, yeah? Man.
I can see cloud.
You can see cloud, what, in your guide scope?
No, it's what I'm looking at.
Let's take a quick look at PhD, see what that's showing. I don't really think I have much visible in mine. Don't look too bad anyway. Seemed to take a long time to recover from that dither just then. It's a bit of a weird one. Oh well. Not gonna dwell on it. Seems to be the exception rather than the rule. Thanks for the live stream, Luke. My pleasure, Jason. Thank you very much indeed for joining, mate. What types of processing advancements would you most like to see? Isaac, that is a good question. More automation, perhaps. It's all very well and good being able to put your personal stamp on an image and develop a processing style. But I think the doors should be open to more people. That's at least my view on it. Astrocade, oh, thank you very much for that, mate. That's super kind of you. Awesome stream, man. You appreciate it. About to go sell them yourself, but really loved it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's awesome, mate. After seeing yours, I set up to see myself. Wow. Good to hear that, Ron. Jesus. I hope I've got your name right there, by the way. Hi, Luke. I didn't know about your live view here. The sky is cloudy. A hug, mate, as always. Big hug. Bring it in. Troll Shark, thanks for letting me live vicariously through you since it's been cloudy and will continue to be cloudy in my area. No! Well, it's my pleasure, mate. I hope you've enjoyed watching. And I genuinely hope it clears up for you if you're interested in shooting this. It seems unfair I'm getting the chance to do it right now. Thanks for tonight's stream. My pleasure, mate. My pleasure. Thanks for the company. Again, mate, thank you for the company. It's been really nice to be able to chat with people. Can't wait to see your finished image. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your night too, buddy. Thank you. Hope for more streams when it's clear at least. Yeah, I think so. It's been really different, but a heck of a lot of fun, I'd say. So thanks to you guys for making it fun. You okay, Chloe? You've been looking at sky?
Yeah.
Not looking good? I'm just guessing. Oh no.
I tried to have a look at M16.
Did you? Too low on horizon.
Cloud.
Oh, cloud south right now. Yes, some cloud as well. Right. I guess we are imaging from a little bit of a circle. Yeah. Well, I guess that's about it. Yeah. The interaction is a nice type of new. It is, mate. I have enjoyed it. Normally, it's like a delayed interaction. I upload the video and then reply to comments and things, but this has been really nice. Gifted a membership. Chris, thank you, mate. Bloody hell. You're too kind. Really appreciate that. Yes, thanks, Chris. From me as well. Blimey. Great time tonight. Thanks so much. Thank you, Keith, and good luck, mate, on your captures. Yeah, I think that's probably about it from me then, guys. So yeah, massive thanks for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. You've made it enjoyable. So yeah, thanks to each and every single one of you guys for joining in, and I look forward maybe to the next one. Who knows? Thanks for the live stream. You're doing a great job. Huge thanks, Mike. It really means a lot hearing that, mate. Love you too, mate. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. Nice one. Yeah, good night then, guys. Yeah, I'm just going to wish you luck and hope that you get the chance to shoot this, if indeed that's something that you want to do. So, yeah, thanks very much, everybody, for your time, and I'll probably see you in the next video, I imagine. Yeah. Clear skies to you all. And now it's time to figure out how to end a live stream. That awkward moment. Right, I think we've got it. So yeah, look after yourselves, guys, and I'll